Men these days are cherished due to how they can help a lady. We as a whole realize it is an enormous monetary danger in the event that one doesn't have the assets or means to do as such. Then, at that point, he would remain away until he can do as such, in light of the fact that marriage involves a ton of monetary ramifications. In any case, most ladies need to be hitched in light of the fact that they feel their organic time is ticking. At first they let you know they couldn't care less with regards to your status when they are frantic, and when the men follow on it, they come to understand it is truly beyond anything they expected, on the grounds that currently it's an obligation they must take on. There will never be a way out, and when you're not fortunate, this lady who you showed love a lot of will exacerbate it for you, when she starts annoying, helping you to remember your obligations, knowing admirably and genuine that life is intense and two heads are superior to one. She goes with society pressure, since she is intended to think often about what individuals care about her life, failing to remember life is extreme for every one of us. Women can't be satisfied in this time, so men are woke. No, they are understanding all they were told growing up with regards to ladies and dating is false. They are understanding that there's likely practically zero advantage to being hitched to a cutting edge. Back in the days, ladies were more accommodating on the grounds that they comprehended that a man is a defender. A man is unique and she wants his safeguards to be rational. It was better awakening with somebody close to you, since that is the means by which we are planned and the needful way of raising her offsprings. You see, ladies were more profound in those days, yet today, they are counterfeit and ravenous. Why would that be? Since they have fallen into the snare that was intended for men more than men themselves. Presently they need to be fruitful and push the best vehicles. Extravagant house and man is the last thing in the image, and it is valid, the manner in which the framework was planned. It was to follow men, which thus makes it simpler for a lady to obtain these things on the grounds that from the beginning, it isn't in light of the fact that a man needs to observe a lady that is the reason he goes through this to intrigue her, yet presently the actual ladies go to the associations intended to mistreat men by men who likewise are attempting to get more cash flow and secure more ladies, begin pushing these things on her while getting everything they might want with her. For a few men it's pretty much as basic as seeing her wear something hot day by day. Some additionally have sexual relationship with them, having no intentions of settling with this said ambitious lady. It's such countless dumb reasons, however at that point this lady procure this and the man underneath see all that is continuing and resemble, he then say no, this lady needs too much wings and has an excessive amount of status, I can't manage her, I should be viewed by her, not peer down whether or not you accept it. One thing, stay steady, assuming you realize you are more rich than somebody, you might approach them with deference indeed. Yet there will forever be that believing that I'm superior to them despite your good faith. It's a vibrational and profound thing, you have no control about it, and as an individual you comprehend these things, normally, particularly when you are in the valley of choices. Trouble finding the right one, it is perilous settling with some unacceptable individual, that is an impurity on a monitor's life and notoriety, in light of the fact that most ladies have not taken in the importance of affection the correct way. They are occupied with calling some unacceptable signals love. Ask a lady what she needs in a man today and you won't ever hear anything otherworldly, aside the pink lips. He ought to have a house, a vehicle, and should deal with my lustrous characters, all that stuff that has nothing to do with genuine adoration, but they have it befuddled reasoning a man has a similar mindset as them, yet to be practical. Assuming a man additionally was searching for such characteristics in lust, it would have landed us to this equivalent spot we are today, so we are here. Most men are terrified of settling with some unacceptable individual who will just bring issues, cerebral pains or incidents thems. It's smarter to observe a lady who's genuine and need to give you exactly the same thing she looks for from you. That is to say, if you need satisfaction, you should bring me bliss. To be embraced, you need to come nearer and embrace me, 'cause I'll embrace back. On the off chance that you demand for a vehicle, you must have the option to get me a vehicle. I'll take care of business with it. Manage the cost of yourself. The rundown continues. Regard upholds me, as we fabricate ourselves together. Needn't bother with a channel in my pool. It's more material things over adoration. Online media has made a great deal of men woke today. Back in the days, we had just couple of individuals we could keep our eyes on. However, today, it's not in this way. Soon as you log on the internet, there's the world in your face. You see the stories, recordings, individuals discussing their encounters, various philosophies and insights, and presently men understand that, nah, there's something else to my life besides being caught in one spot. We as a whole can advise the future, and nobody needs to be left out. Being really cheerful and living individually. We have understood stories, seen recordings of ladies finessing men and emptying the life from men, and it resembles a snare. However, this snare you get yourself in at your own risk. A great many people getting hitched these days are the ones that is truly not instructed or realize much with regards to what is happening, since, in such a case that you sign on this online media, you will see the genuine nature of the world, and one thing that is not difficult to track down first is human instinct, since they are doing all the composing and making the recordings. You learn direct that you must be cautious, so it steps men back from settling down, since female nature is at full-fledged now. Demoralization from married men. The present young people are seeing from most more established ages relationships is truly deterring. A large portion of our companions wedded are depleted and broke 98% of the time. It resembles a mission of abandoning life and remaining poor, always in light of the fact that now you need to raise a lady your way, cover for every single bill, and soon as kids begin coming in, that is triple cash required. Then, at that point, you're finished. Let's be honest. You're not a man in this age, assuming you can't bear the cost of a family, yet that is truth to scarcely 1% of the populace. As you develop more shrewd, you will come to understand that a man is a man as a lady is a lady. Divorce is record-breaking high, and who generally initiate it? No one need to go into something that they have no control of the final product. In the event that you will stop one day, you should not begin right, since it's no point. The separation rate is disturbing. How an individual could simply awaken one day and conclude they would rather not be with you, yet while they have chosen to leave, they have the ability to remove half of your properties, including your kids that you have fortified with. Presently it's left with you, beginning once again and living with the way that you have lost a piece of you. The pace of men kicking the bucket before their time, this is something disturbing. In most African mainlands, most ladies go into marriage with the outlook that their better half would kick the bucket first, so that makes the man an objective for his properties. The more rich, the more you're probably going to bite the dust speedier, and I will let you know how. Soon as you fall wiped out or foster an infection and don't bring your significant other as much happiness as you did previously. Rather than observe and answer, they start to harm you slow, till you meet your downfall. So presently she can keep everything without anyone understanding that she took you off your life support. It happens a great deal, and most men know about this at this point. Marriage these days is a lady's retirement plan. There is no compensation in wedding. However, there is extreme discipline for a separation to a man, and a prize to a lady. 90% of the ladies are for the road. Go to Badoo, Tinder and other applications and see the quantity of honest young ladies who are into connect and prostitution. Men realizes you won't ever know who you are dating until it's too late to turn back. I have been a casualty. I dated this fine young lady for a year around 2015. Then I had an issue, my ex returning to cause dramatization, so she parted ways with me. Following 7 days, I met her at the prostitution stand a city away from where I lived. I could not believe my eyes. Soon as she seen me, she took off running. I would have never known or believed if someone else told me because of how good she treated me when we met. She's an incredible lady, cooks and even go about as though she's apprehensive about my masculinity when the time had come to get it on, so it's interesting. You never know. Dishonesty. What number of folks have sugar moms who are in a matrimonial now? It's unnerving when you're on the deceiving end with somebody who is taken. You wonder, is that going to happen to you later on when you're married, you being at work while your wife sleeps with some young individual, or giving your entire love to this woman while she knows clearly she do not care for you but play along very well? Men are profound masterminds and students, and what females believe it's nothing, it's really something special to a man. For a moment, assuming a man met a lady who was at that point in a relationship with another man, she chose to leave him, he may seem happy but he would wonder a lot more than any other emotions. It will end up being a scar to this new man. He may accept the way things are, nevertheless he won't ever believe this said lady, and that will become battle on the relationship. Ask somebody in that issue and they will confess to the amount they don't believe the lady they are with, since supposing that she did it to somebody so she can do it to me. Tragically, women don't think we hold that view. To summarize this, what gets men far from settling down is more mental than physical. We have come to comprehend that we are at battle with the entire world and we chose to pass on it any longer, and as the day goes, more developments are rising up out of men who are similar to the MGTOWs, the red pillars, fair, and that's just the beginning. And as more men are joining this developments, marriage would become disagreeable one day soon, and the ramifications it would bring to society would be harming and disturbing. Ladies need to know, chasing after society and doing everything it says to them to do is impeding to themselves, since men are their side piece. Mankind are made for one another, and if toward the day's end a lady who is so delicate needs to live in this world all alone without recreating and bringing up her kid with a man around, then we are conflicting with the sole importance of creation. And we are playing the game set to achieve dysfunctionality in our lives. The expression, "it's more than affection," is terrifying in light of the fact that what a man genuinely needs is love.